Welcome to the video. I'm your host, Scalper 779. We are going to start off by looking at the 493 put option. Today's date is Monday, February 5th, 2024. And we have some pretty good action in the spiders. There's our little friend there. Opened negative from yesterday, or sorry, on Friday. A little gap down. It went down until 10:30, 10:45. We had to move back up, but we're going to be taking a look at this downward action right now. So if we look at the 493 level and the put, we have a low of $72. So the low range is around 72 to 80 bucks. You could have gotten in there, even, you know what? Let's say $75 to $90. If you could have got in there, you would have had in 45 minutes or so a high of $290, $285. Not quite 300, but that was a pretty good move for morning action before 11 o'clock. Next, we have the 492 put. So that brings us to this level around here on the spiders chart. In the morning, we got a low of $42, ranging up to around 60 bucks, 59 on that candle, 64 on that candle. So if you were able to get in, and what's the low here? 45. So yeah, anywhere from 45 to 60, 60. And wait it out. In about 45 minutes or so, you would have got a return of 205 bucks, $210. Okay, now it's always hard to pick the top, but that's a pretty good move. But I think the best move is going to be on the 491, which we're going to look at next. Last but not least for the puts is the 491 put. It's around this area right here, and price went through almost to 490, but not quite. We got a low of $23. Yeah, 24 there, a low 25. So anywhere from 25 to 30, even 35, you would have been golden, because the high is 139, 140, 139, 140. So if you would have got in at around 30 bucks, you would have made 100 bucks roughly profit. That's pretty good. I don't think you can get better than that. And what else can you say? So next we're going to be looking at the calls. Onto the calls, and the first one we're going to look at is 491. So where's 491? Around here. We got a good piercing through it on the downside. So let's check out the price. We got 1045. The low is 65 bucks. That's a fairly affordable price right there. So if you got anywhere, even anything under $100. Because look at up here at this high, what do we got here? $255, $257, came down a little bit, and then the final push up around the 3 o'clock time, 2:30, 3 o'clock time is, what do we got there? $313, $315. And it actually, if you look at the open here, what's the high price here? 300. So it actually went to a double top. We call it a double top. Pierced it a little bit. And I should do a video on option technical analysis, just to see how often you can actually do technical analysis on an options chart and be successful at it. But for now, we're just checking price action compared to the ETF. Price action on the call and put options compared to the ETF that is tracking. So next we're going to do the 492. 492 call option. That's 9:30. And what do we got here? At 10:45, we have a low. $35. Okay, $35. So anywhere, let's say $35, $50. You got long. And what's the high here? 165. It's a great move right there. Right. That's a great move just right there, but you know, came down a little bit and went up a little bit more. $102, $114. And if we go high to look at the high here, $213. It pierced it by $1. That's amazing. That's awesome. That double top right there. You can actually short a call option. There's a way to do it. That would have been a good short. Anyway, not for this video. That was the 492 call option. We got two more to look at, and the next one will be 493. Okay, so the 493 call option at 10:45 had a low of $18. Really cheap. That's the range that I like, anywhere from $10 to $20, maybe $25. That's the best price range for my liking. Anyway, we went up at 1 o'clock to a high of $89. That's a pretty good price. Came back down in the low 40s, and then around 245, 230, 245 area time period, we have a high of $124. So this, for me personally, this would have been the one to buy. That's in the sweet spot where you buy at a price. So this price was $18. Let's say you get at $20 and you hold it, and the price goes just around $100 plus the price you got in. So this is 121, 124. You would have got in at, very rarely do you get at the exact low at 18. And if you're a superstar, you probably get it at $19 or $20. But realistically, you're getting it around, what's the low here? Yeah, $20, $21, $22. What's the low here? 22. Yeah. What's the high of this candle? 25. You see? So anywhere around there. So let's say you got it at $25. What's the high here? 21, 121, 124. So $100 move profit on where you got in. That's usually the max move on a normal setup. But we got one, so that was the 493 call option. We got one more to check out. Last but not least, we got the 494 call option on the spiders. And the reason why I'm doing it is because price pierced it at 2:45, or between 2:45 and 3 o'clock. Just, it's interesting to see the price action, but it's close to the end of the day, and this is when the option is going to expire, which it did at $1. So I just want to throw that in there. So what's the low here? $9. That's pretty cheap. This is a misprint. If it's not a misprint, then you got really lucky. If you had your sell order out already. So what's the high here? 62. Yeah, I think it's a misprint, but you guys let me know if it's not. So $9. What's the high here? $38. $38. Came back down under 20, and then one last, when it pierced 494. What do we got here? A high of $53. So from $9, $53. That's not bad. Because you never know how far it's going to go up, right? You're looking at this. It did almost close the gap there. Very close to closing the gap. But you're looking at near end of day. It's hard trading these options that are not so deep into into the money, so to speak. At the very end of the day, they lose value very quick, and they don't really get too high in price. If this happened earlier in the day, this price here, if this candle happened over here, it would be higher. It would probably be in the 80 to 90, maybe even up to the 100 zone. Anyway, that's just a guess, but thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please like the video if you got something out of it, and stay tuned for the next one.